Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just gonna continue pausing while I talk. We are technically done with Cave Story. I finished Cave Story last night. However, I did not get the true ending. I was unable to. So the way this stream is going to work is I'm going to go for as long as I possibly can, hey Belle, to get the true ending, with no specific deadline in mind other than the usual 3-hour end. If I reach a point where I am unable to continue because my brain is mush, I am going to take a break. Excuse me, depending on how much time we have left in the stream. And then decide what to do from there. When I say break, I mean I'm going to go to intermission, I'm going to get up, stretch, maybe walk around a little bit. And then I'll come back. Whether we continue after that is dependent on how mushy my brain is. I do have some backup games in mind. So I do have options to keep streaming, at least. Stuff that won't exactly require me to think. And that's the important thing, is that once my brain turns to mush, I lose the ability to focus and think. And that makes games like this significantly harder. So I'm not confident I can go for the full 3 hours, which is why I'm doing this. Crank it? No. No, we're not doing that. Off to a wonderful start. You won't need to go the full 3 hours because you're going to win long before then. That's what I'd like to think. I need to be... cannot get cozy, I have to take the serious gamer pose. Alright, we're gonna try it my way for a little bit, then I'm gonna try what Zeno suggested last night. Alright, already off to a better start. I still have more than 2/3 of my health. Spike Halo 2 is beating your ass. Oh dear, that was bad. I wish you luck, pal. Damn it. We are suffering together. So I'm gonna pause here for a moment. So I've been having an interesting thing happening recently. I posted about it in the server. Lately, I keep waking up before my alarm. I'm talking like an hour before my alarm, not 5 minutes before, not 30 minutes before, a whole fucking 60-ass minutes. Why did I say 60-ass? But like, I've tried getting up earlier and I still wake up an hour before my alarm, no matter what time I set it to. I don't know what's wrong with me. Even worse, last night I dreamt that I woke up before my alarm, and then I actually woke up before my alarm. Ow, and ow. Oh, I'm on him. Okay, I didn't see where I was. No, we're not winning this run. Not with this little health left. Only I didn't use the life pot. Yep. I should not have done that. Oh, thank God. And 7 HP, not bad. Full health. Apologize for being so quiet, guys. I'm trying to focus. The demon crown will be restored anew an infinite number of times so long as Balas's heart still beats. That is the supreme magical power of his eternally enraged soul. It is intrinsically imbued into his evil creation, the demon crown. It won't open. Please kill my master. Doing so will liberate misery from her eternal curse. This is the only way that a recurrence of the tragedy can be stopped. My master's name is Balos. He is a man who cannot die. His magic is beyond any control. Welcome! I am Balos. Long, long ago, I allowed my drive for magical power to grow recklessly without fear of enduring any retribution. A magic so powerful that even its own master was helpless to contain it. So furious and unstoppable was this force, that its fire consumed the child who adored me, and the wife who loved me. They were swallowed by its flames and suffered dearly, all because of my selfish transgression. My eyes were affixed and I was unable to turn away from the fiery horror, created with my own magic. I could only laugh then. Jenka sealed me away, with my magic raging more violently with each passing minute. I've waited long for this. For the person who will bring my immense magical fury to its end. Now, kill me, or I will kill you. Phase 1 down. There's either 2 or 3 phases. I forget how many. We did good. Whoops. Welcome to hell. In the original Studio Pixel version of the game, this area is called Hell. In this version, it's called the Bloodstained Sanctuary. I press B and you know it. It's not the gun I wanted to upgrade. Yeah, listen, man. I apologize if I'm not very talkative tonight. I'm trying to focus. I will try to chat when I can. Excuse me. Oh. Hey, Karma. Oh, dear. Can't be coughing right now. Probably one of the hardest sequences in, like, any game ever. I don't know if you played Cave Story before, but, shit's hard. Ow. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Not bad. You died 40 times on this one level? Damn. Already read all this? I am so fucking stupid. I thought he'd be further to the right. I was dead anyways. So remember, Spike, they have to win every time. You only have to win once. That is true. That was almost clean. Alright. That's pretty good. I don't think I'll need my missiles, but I'm gonna hold on to them. I'm alive! Oh god, that was close. Look at his health. I think I can do this. I think I can actually do this, unless he has a third phase. I don't remember how many phases he has. One more phase than you can handle. Well, I only mean that in the sense that if he has a third phase, I don't know what it is, because I don't think I've ever seen it. Because I've gotten this far before, but I was never able to beat Balos. It was years ago. I don't remember if Balos is a 3-phase fight or a 2-phase fight. Ow. We're trying that again. Shit. The developer actually sits at his computer all day programming and uploading new Balos faces as players defeat them that are updated live into games in progress, ensuring that Balos shall always reign eternal. The dev's name is Pixel, by the way. Daisuke Amaya, aka Pixel. He's made other games. He made a shoot 'em up that I forget the name of, and another game similar to Cave Story called Ikachan. And he made Carol Blaster. Does every dickwad on the street have to rev their engines all at once or something? Their hive mind. Or perhaps a dick mind. Don't make me laugh, that distracts me. No one's allowed to be funny right now. Nobody's allowed to be funnier than I am. Yes, yes, I know that's not a very high bar. Shut up. Dallas now has over 10,000 phases. Oh boy. I'm gonna be here forever. Yeah, maybe I should take care of the dude that's right below me. Oh, thank you, RNGesus, for the heart spawns. Whoops. Has it really been 20 years? I know this came out in 2004, but... Come here, shithead. There we go. So you went with the spur just because you liked it, or taking that because of any meta strategy? I was told it was the best weapon in the game. Years ago, mind you. Where's that jingle, 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 jingle? Why does that sound familiar? One of my friends has speedran Cave Story before, and he did it with the spur. And the song's featured in Fallout New Vegas. I didn't play New Vegas for very long. I didn't play 3 for very long either. In fact, the only Fallout game I played for a decent amount of time was 4. Whoops. I don't really do meta strategies in games. I can hit both of his eyes. That changes everything. on. I've never seen this phase before. We've made progress. Spur is very good and certainly at the end of the upgrade path, but which weapon is best for serious attempts at the true ending is a matter of debate. This seems to be the best one for me. Because it means I can focus a little easier rather than having to manage any other kind of shot. How do I damage that phase? So I have to destroy all his eyes. I'm assuming the answer is yes. It's gonna be hard to read large blocks of text right now, just so you know. If you can, try to keep it short. My highest DPS weapon in the game by far is actually the level 2 blade. This opens other strategies because other weapons have special advantages like using the machine gun purely for mobility. The machine gun also makes the core fight quicker, or easier, because it means you can use the machine gun to get out of the water instead of having to go all the way to the left and risk drowning. I think. Might be wrong about that. Oh, Karma, I forgot to mention, I did manage to get Eternal Daughter running on Linux. Unfortunately, it does not respond to my keyboard. I have not gone back to it to attempt to fix it. But for whatever reason, it does not respond to inputs. Hey, Zeno. We made it to Ballas's third phase just now, actually. Yeah, I mean, you recommended me a game I hadn't heard of, and it sounded interesting. So, like, I wanted to try it. Unfortunately, I just couldn't get it to work. It launched, but it won't recognize my keyboard. Alright, not quite how I wanted to get over here, but we'll take it. Shit. I did it! I got the true ending. Oh my god. I actually did it. Oh, my heart was racing there. You guys have no idea. Oh. Oh. Hang on. Wait a moment. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. I actually did it. Oh. My heart is fucking pounding right now. Not even an hour and a half in the stream. Not even halfway through stream. Oh, fuck, my hands are shaking. So Zeno, it's your turn. I found out Soro did actually get the true ending in Cave Story, but she's never played Cave Story Plus. Oh. Sorry, I need a moment. It stopped. The island has stopped falling. Was a negative power weakened with his defeat? Don't really get it, but whatever. Maybe our work here is finally over. Can't breathe. What? Hot. So painful. Huh? The wall. Help. Can't breathe. So hot. We're both going to be crushed in here. Hey. There you are, just like Misery said. You came here to save us? Hold on tight. Here we go. How's your head? A little beat up. Close. Such a narrow escape. Thought I was scrap metal this time. Looks like we owe you yet another one. There's no need for that. I did what Misery asked. Misery? Isn't that witch? Yep. Doesn't she hate us? Wait, don't you hate us? You two defeated Balos. Our curse was lifted thanks to you. Misery and I no longer have to listen to orders from anyone. I thought you were a bad guy, but it was just because of the demon crown? We asked for it. You have to remember, it was Misery who had Balos make the crown. Eh? Really? I didn't know that. Yep. And now? Now? What are you gonna do now? I can take you anywhere. Well, since you asked. Our mission's complete, so I want to live somewhere calm with a nice view. Pardon me, but, yes? Can I go with? Sure! All three of us, we can live together for sure. Really? You can even pick the spot where we all live. But take us somewhere nice. Gotcha. Alright. Hang on tight. Oh boy. I didn't think we'd do it so early. Alright, so, now what? My backup game is gonna be Mario Kart or F-Zero 99, or maybe even the original F-Zero, because I've had an urge to play it all day. Oh. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think I had it in me. Are you aware of the fandom that Balrog is a golem containing the spirit of Balos' son? I am not. I always just assumed he was like a magical suitcase or something. Or like a possessed suitcase. Oh, the ghost is helping the Gaudi. Oh yeah, this stuff should be different because, the island was saved. Which means the people of the island actually likely survived. Oh, Booster's living with Chenka. I thought that robot still has a busted head. Wait, the angels are Hell's messengers? Interesting. Him being Balos' son fits the canon lore. Misery let her hair down. I think. Oh. And we got a different ending cast this time. And Misery, of course, is explicitly Jenka's daughter and Balos' niece. Okay. Oh. Yeah, let me make a tweet about this. Oh, a tweet in a... What do we call a post on Blue Sky? A skeet? Is that what we're calling it? Oh boy. Okay. So we have an hour and 40 minutes of stream left. What do we do? Do you guys mind if I just indulge myself and play some classic F-Zero? At least for a little bit. Because all I had planned tonight was Cave Story, and I was expecting it to take much longer than this to beat it. So the implication is that Misery might have encouraged Balos to make the crown in an attempt to bring back her cousin. Interesting, interesting. I'm assuming there's more and you're still typing it. What do you guys think? F-Zero, Mario Kart, F-Zero 99? Oh, 99 might be a bad idea because I wouldn't be able to censor names. Everything's alright? Alright. That's it? Oh, okay. Alright. We're gonna do Classic F-Zero then. So I can indulge myself. Yeah, F-Zero 99 is a good game. The problem with streaming it is you can't hide player names, and the only reason why you would want to do that is because some people get cute to try to get around the censored name list. I think words you can't have as names, which means they can still find ways of spelling out slurs. And that did happen to a streamer I follow. She had to censor the VOD because someone had the F slur, a misspelled version of the F slur, as their player name. And you can't hide player names, so she had to censor it and follow along with the VOD as she was doing so. So that way, anytime the player's name popped up when they were next to her, that it wouldn't show the name. So stream play what you want. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I just ask chat to see if they have a preference. Yeah, this is the original F-Zero. I've already beaten the game on standard. I'm trying to beat it, or beginner. I'm trying to beat it on standard. Also, if stream is a little fuzzy, specifically the gameplay, I have the CRT filter on. If you guys want me to turn that off, just let me know. I'll just have to create a save point. So we all know F-Zero. It's the futuristic sci-fi racing game from Nintendo that everyone wants to come back, but the only thing we have gotten since the GBA is F-Zero 99, which, granted, despite people like hating the idea of it, it's actually really fun. I had a lot of fun with it, and I still play it frequently. But like, there are a lot of other games that try to be like F-Zero, and by extension Wipeout, which is Sony's answer to this. From what I know, not all of them are good. Fast RMX on Switch is extremely good. Hey, Zach. Yeah, is that the ROM that, what does that one have? Is that the one that has the Ace League in it? Yeah, the BS one, that would be the Ace League. Do send me that sometime, or at least the patch for it. I do have the F-Zero ROM already, so I can patch it whenever I want. But like, I wouldn't mind trying to set that up at some point. I still need to set up my emulators on my Steam Deck. I have to do something about my Steam Deck though, because I've noticed that my Steam Deck is saying I have 115 gig worth of non-Steam stuff downloaded and installed, and that doesn't sound right. So I think I need to set up Decky or something so I can try to clean out my shaders and see if that fixes it. Yeah, for those that don't know, there was a Satellaview version of F-Zero. What's a Satellaview? It was the satellite add-on for the SNES, or rather the Super Famicom in Japan, that would let you download new games and content over the satellite connection. Some of the things you could get was an exclusive version of RogueSpyke for SNES that featured Mario characters. There was a new version of The Legend of Zelda that was tied to some radio show, I think. And in relation to that, there was a sequel to A Link to the Past that had a radio play that was meant to play alongside it. And F-Zero got a BS version, as it's called, which added the Ace League, a brand new set of 5 tracks, a couple of which I don't think have ever been referenced in the later games. And it has 4 brand new machines. You can't select the original machines, it's just the 4 new ones. But the machines never returned in the later games either, so we don't even know who the pilots are. The only reason why we know who the pilots are for this game is because of F-Zero X. Because all 4 machines returned in F-Zero X with pilots. In this, they're not named, not explicitly, but we know that Captain Falcon is the mascot and drives the Blue Falcon. That was all we knew at this point. So yeah. I'll see about setting that up for a stream at some point. I might just save it for personal use. But I don't know yet. There's also a ROM, or rather a hack of F-Zero on SNES that adds in tracks from F-Zero Maximum Velocity, and there's now a hack of F-Zero Maximum Velocity that adds the tracks from the original. I don't like Maximum Velocity because it controls really weirdly. It doesn't control the way I think it should. But yeah, Zach, we're playing this because I got the true ending of Cave Story. We actually just switched to this, as a matter of fact. It took me an hour and 14 minutes to get the true ending. Honestly, I made a theory that the Blue Thunder, Luna Bomber, Green Amazon, and Fire Scorpion were piloted by Sonic Riders Babylon Rogues. You know what? I accept that theory. Hey, Coco. Coco, we got the true ending of Cave Story. First time ever doing that. Took me an hour and 14 fucking minutes. Yeah, I don't like Maximum Velocity. I have tried several times to play it and get the hang of the controls, and I can't fucking do it, man. I tried. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I was struggling so hard to get the true ending. God, it's a nightmare. Zeno, my brother, almost got it by essentially using machine learning to train himself for it, but he wasn't able to beat Ballos. I got further than him years ago, but gave up and got the normal ending. Because I actually made it halfway through the second phase. And then I finally beat it tonight. That was my first time ever seeing his third phase. You do know how to play Maximum Velocity? You are stronger than me. Oops. We're just going to... Oh dear. Oh dear. We're just going to play this until I get tired of it or I finish it or whatever. And then I'll figure out what to do for the rest of the stream. I might just swap to Mario Kart and play online for a bit. Who knows? It's kind of ridiculous. You have to mash A when turning. Oh, that's bullshit. Yeah, as I was saying a little bit ago, there have been multiple attempts to replicate the style of F-Zero and Wipeout. The best one, in my opinion, is probably Fast RMX, which is a Switch exclusive. That one is really, really, really good, and it was a Switch launch title, and I think it's faded into obscurity because it's been buried by the eShop, and I don't think the publisher or developer has done much since. They did The Tourist, which I've heard is really good. But I never played it. There's also Readout 2, or Redout 2, I don't know how it's pronounced, that I thought was pretty good. I have it on Steam. But it has a few extra mechanics that are a little weird, but not something that I can't learn. It's just something I have to get used to. There's one that hasn't come out yet called, I think it's like Arrow GPX, which looks really promising. I follow the creator of it on Twitter. Should try Robotnik's Ring Racers. If I can get it working on my Steam Deck, sure. I'll give it a shot. I'm a bit hesitant too, because like every time I'm about to install it, I hear something about the game that I don't like. I know the one thing that turned off a lot of people from playing it was the incredibly in-depth, unskippable tutorial. And I know another thing people didn't like was that the game wants you to use rings, but you can't use them when you have an item. I'm sure it'll be fine when I actually play it. Game is tough. Yeah, I've watched Zach, who was talking a few minutes ago, play it. And he's really good at it, but it looks really, really hard. Especially some of the special stages. I don't think I caught your streams where you were playing it, Coco. I think maybe I caught it once. But I don't know how many times we've streamed it. You use your rings a lot. Yeah, that was one of the complaints that I've heard, is that you need to use your rings a lot, but you can't use them when you have an item. And there's items all over the place. You streamed it twice, okay. Yeah. I don't know if I'll stream it necessarily, but I'll at least play it. Keep in mind, games that are suggested to me are not necessarily games I stream, but are games that I'll still play. Streaming doesn't stop me from playing games off stream, and I need games to play off stream because I play so much on stream. I know the game at least has bots, which gives it a leg up over Sonic Roboblast Kart 2. Or Sonic Roboblast 2 Kart. My main complaint with that game is that there's no bots. So you can't play it solo. We're gonna stream Mario 2-3 save today, but you weren't feeling it. Fuck. Oh, golly gee whiz, I do believe I have a headache. So I forget exactly why you had to run stuff on Linux that you use in the Steam Deck. So, that is a main reason. At least in terms of PC gaming. Because I prefer to game from the Steam Deck just because I'm a console peasant. And I prefer to play games from a console-like device, and the Steam Deck is a console-like device, so it fulfills my specific weird niche needs. However, my main Linux or main PC is also a Linux machine because I fucking hate Microsoft. No, the Steam Deck can play Steam games. I have found very few Steam games that I can't run on the Steam Deck, because if something doesn't run natively on Linux, that means I can run it through Proton, which if I'm doing it through Steam is very easy. If I am trying to run a game that is not on Steam through Proton, I used to think that was pretty hard until I discovered that you can just connect the executable to Steam or Steam to use Proton anyways. Which kind of saves me the trouble of having to create a really weird shortcut in order to get Proton to activate. Which I don't know how to do. Because that's the classic way of doing it. But you can just have Steam force Proton to activate with anything. Even a Steam game, and what that'll do is that'll download the Linux or Windows version of the game, even if it has a Linux version. But like, I hate Windows, I hate Microsoft, I hate Mac, I hate Apple. So my only option is Linux. Which is fine. Linux is actually kind of based, and Poggers. I cannot believe I just said Poggers in a sentence. I'm hanging out with Kohai too much. Nightmare Kart is coming soon. So if you want to try Ring Racers, it's flat pack. Okay. I don't have flat pack set up on my Steam Deck. I'd have to ensure that I can actually use a flat back. Is that just automatic for any game that's been put on Steam? So, Proton is... So, the way Steam runs games on Linux is through Steam Play, which uses Proton. Proton is a version of Wine, which lets you run Windows apps on Linux and Mac. It is not an emulator. Wine stands for Wine is not an emulator. But it lets you install Windows games on other things. Any game on Steam that does not have a Linux version will be run on Linux through Proton. In most cases, most games are going to work normally. Sometimes you might have to install a different version of Proton or use an older version in order to get the game to work correctly. If it's a Japanese game, you might need Proton Glorious Egg Roll, that's what it's called, in order to get some really obscure codecs for the audio and video for them to actually work. Even some really obscure stuff, I'm gonna die. Like the game Dino Punk, which one of my viewers bought for me, will work on Linux through Proton. I played through the entire Halo series on Proton. Well, most of the Halo series. I didn't play through Halo 5 or Infinite. But Infinite works on Proton. Both versions, multiplayer and single player. Did you get dinner? Okay, Zach. So, anything on Steam can be run through Proton. If it has a Linux version and it has a Windows version, you can even force it to install the Windows version through Proton if you want to do that. Why would you want to do that? Some Linux ports suck because developers don't know what they're doing. Now I'm wondering if you could run Gun Girl 2 through that, since it technically has the Steam version. It does have a Steam version, and I can run it through Proton. The question is it going to work? I can run anything through Proton. It's just not guaranteed to work. I got Eternal Daughter to work on Linux through Proton. It just wouldn't recognize the keyboard, which is a really bizarre issue. So I don't know what's up with that. For the most part, if you run a game through Proton, it's going to think it's running on a Windows machine. Get some sleep. It's almost 4 a.m. Yeah, I was going to say, Coco, I'm kind of surprised you're still up. Native controller support conflict? It shouldn't be. I didn't have a controller connected at the time. I mean, the page that I downloaded it from outright said just use Joy-to-Key, and that should tell you how old it is, because nobody uses that anymore. They use X-Pattern now. The Joy-to-Key fucking sucks. Good night, Coco. My old laptop would blue screen if I had Joy-to-Key active and unplugged my controller. Steam Deck is kind of a controller already. Well, I didn't install it on a Steam Deck. It was on my main laptop. Steam Deck does have controller support, because it's got X input controls obviously built into the damn thing. But you can also map keyboard controls to the controller buttons and sticks through Steam input. I've done that plenty of times. I play Unreal Tournament with a controller. It doesn't have controller support. No, it's not with anything modern. So I could try to get Eternal Daughter running on the Steam Deck. The problem is, if I don't know what the keys do, I'm going to have a hard time actually getting it to work. The other problem is, from what I know, it uses a control option that doesn't really exist anymore. So I'm not sure it would even recognize the Steam Deck controls in the first place. That being said, I installed Rayman Forever on my Steam Deck, and it recognized the controller despite that being a fucking Windows 95 game running through DOSBox. Obviously, X input support didn't exist during Windows 95. So I don't know what's up there. Or what's up with that. So maybe if I install Eternal Daughter on the Steam Deck, I could get it to work. I might try that. Because when I stream a PC game, normally I'm actually streaming from Steam Deck. I mean, I have my laptop set up and everything, but I have my Steam Deck connected to my laptop through a capture card, and essentially treat it like a dual PC setup. And it's no different than streaming from my Switch, really. Like I'm doing right now. It's really convenient. And it also saves my laptop the trouble of running the game and stream and anything else I would need. The only game that I haven't done that with is Lethal Company, because Lethal Company acts really weird with controller support. It technically supports a controller, it doesn't really work though. The other problem is Lethal Company is a game that relies heavily on proximity chat, and if something uses proximity chat, ideally you don't want to be talking through Discord. Which would pose a bit of a problem for stream, because my Steam Deck has a built-in mic. However, my Steam Deck sits pretty far away from me. Hey, listen, man. And that's not very convenient. Now, I could try to use the mic in my controller, because I use a DualSense controller. But that might not be a good option either. So it's just easier to stream from my laptop. Listen, man, we beat Cave Story. I got the true ending. It took me 1 hour and 14 minutes. Well, closer to 1 hour and 4 minutes. Because the first 10 minutes was my starting screen. I'm just trying to kill time while I wait to go. So yeah, I've met my obligation. Maytroidmaynia is over. So like, I might end stream a little early. If you guys don't mind. I don't know why I'm asking you guys for permission. It's my fucking stream. It's like, I did what I set out to do. I didn't even expect to do it. I expected it to take so much longer. Too bad that I haven't been able to like any Metroidvanias I've seen in the past few years. Everyone's crazy about Hollow Knight. I just can't get over it about being skeletal bugs in a gross cave. Because we pay you. True. Well, some of you do. See, I don't like bugs. I still like Hollow Knight. So, but I get you. Axiom Verge is really good. Axiom Verge is one of my favorite non-Metroid or Castlevania Metroidvanias. I would highly recommend Axiom Verge. It's got some absolutely insane lore. Man, it's so good. I fucking love that game. I actually streamed it last year during Maytroidmaynia. The second Axiom Verge isn't quite as good as the first one. You have a much worse spread of weapons, and the game is a lot more confusing to navigate, but it's still a damn good game. It's also more story focused. Not a bad thing, it's just different. Because the cool thing about Axiom Verge 1 is you have a lot of options for weapons, way more than you would normally get in a Metroid game. But in Axiom Verge 2, you get like 4. And there's basically a dozen in the first one. That was one of my biggest complaints, I was always hoping that I get a better weapon, and it just never came. Not until really late. Axiom Verge looks mechanically amazing, like a deep labor of love, but it shares a similar problem for you of looking gross as hell, which just slowly exhausts you with games. See, I get that. The thing about me, though, is I am not very squeamish. So when I see something that's gross or violent, like gory violent, instead of like looking away and being grossed out, I can't stop looking at it. I am morbid. I hate real life violence and real life gore. But I am morbidly fascinated by violent media. Like one game that I really want to stream, and I'm probably going to stream at some point, is Blasphemous, which is a grotesque game. It has some beautiful pixel art of the most gruesome and grotesque shit you'll ever see. And I love it. It's just how I am. It's just how I've always been. Maybe it's the autism. I don't know. But like, I get that. Not everybody can handle this. Stop! Oh, I'm good. Since at times, no matter how good a game is, if it looks bad, it's hard. It's been trying to numb yourself by watching a lot of doctor videos. I can't do that. Medical trauma fucks me up. You'd think I'd be fine with it because of gore, but I'm actually, like, very, very nervous in hospitals, so medical trauma really upsets me. So makes you wonder why the heck you don't burn out on Gun Girl 2, because it has buckets of blood and gore. Zombie Apocalypse just hits slightly different somehow. Maybe it's how cartoony it all looks. It might be how cartoony it is. Because, like, Alien Hominid is a pretty gory game, but it's all cartoony. It's like... It's not even, like, realistically gory. So if it's cartoony, it's probably not all that bad. It's certainly not like the modern Mortal Kombats, which are basically live leak. Zombies and Nazis are an odd spot. So, zombie media is kind of a genre on its own, or of its own. And I think zombie media gets a pass for a lot of things that would be considered weird or gross in other media. And with Nazis, it's just morally okay. It is morally okay to kill Nazis in brutalized fashion. Like, that's just how you should be around Nazis. Welcome back, Zach. We're talking about Nazis and zombies. Maybe, possibly Nazi zombies. The most recent Metroidvania you got into was Alwa's Awakening. I've actually heard of that game. I might actually own that game. Wait a minute. Hang on, I think I own that game and I never played it. No zombie media, though, it did make me oversaturated. Play Soldier of Fortune, the first level to slaughter neo-Nazis. That's the game with the absurdly realistic gore for like the early 2000s, yeah. The one that got that was in controversy because of that, and then they toned it down for the second one because they're pussies. Or was the second one just not as good? The Soldier of Fortune 2 actually has more violent... I wasn't looking at the screen. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Speaking of zombies, Undying got a big update. I don't remember what Undying is. This game is not as good, which really sucks. There's a mother. Oh, that game. Oh, yeah. I watched Lumetric stream that. It looked pretty good. I don't think I'd play it personally. That kind of story might be a little too hard on me. But it did look good. I adore the first Soldier of Fortune. The second one tries to be more of a tactical game, but it really just frustrating. I tried Environmental Station Alpha and it had impeccable vibes, but it's so damn hard and you got hard stuck on an early mid-game boss and just gave up because he didn't have the energy for that level of twitchy gameplay anymore. Felt like you must be doing something completely out of order or wrong some other way because everything was so damn hard all the time. Oof. Anything, would it? I just remembered, I actually have a Metroidvania category on my Switch. I have a lot of Switch games. What else do I have? Why do I have Blaster Master in here? That's not a Metroidvania. Oh, Fist Forge and Shadow Torch. That one's pretty good. La Milana's not a Metroidvania. I should remove that. I don't think some of these games are Metroidvanias. I think I was stretching the definition a little bit. I'll have to fix that. I've heard that Record of Lodoss War game is really good, and I bought it because it had a really stupid title, but it's actually a really good Metroidvania from what I know. And I later found out it's actually tied to a 90s anime. The full name of that game is Record of Lodoss War Deedlit in Wonder Labyrinth, which sounds like absolute nonsense until you learn the name of the anime is Record of Lodoss War, and the main character of the anime, or at least one of the main characters, is named Deedlit. Still a stupid name, but it's slightly less stupid if you have that context. And it takes place in the Wonder Labyrinth. Maybe not the anime, but the game does. The Mummy Demastered is also supposed to be pretty good, and it's supposed to be way better than the movie it's based on, which I think is fucking hilarious. Because the reboot of the Mummy franchise is supposed to be god-awful terrible. But the game based on it is really good, for no reason. Rain World is kind of a Metroidvania, but it's also very brutal. It looks like it's a cute game about a slug cat, but it's actually a very horrifying game about survival in a hostile environment, where you play as a cute slug cat. Dead Cells is kind of a Metroidvania as well, but it's more of a roguelike than a Metroidvania. If you're really into like traditional Metroidvanias, Dead Cells isn't really going to be a great option for you because it's not truly a Metroidvania. Oh dear God, what happened? It's not truly a Metroidvania like Metroid and Castlevania are. It's more inspired by Metroidvanias than it is a true Metroidvania. Still good though. I can't remember the last Metroidvania you played, that in Rogue Legacy 1 and 2. I don't know if they're really Metroidvanias. But they are good. I love Rogue Legacy. I never played the second one, though. I wanted to beat the original on Switch, since I originally beat it on PS4, and I think I like 100% it or something. But, I never did that, so I never played Rogue Legacy 2. It's been sitting on my Switch waiting for me. There's one Metroidvania you're looking into, but you can't say it here. Why can't you say it here? Is it a naughty game? Yes? Okay. You feel about Monster Sanctuary? Monster Sanctuary. Monster Sanctuary. I know that name. Why do I know that name? Is that one of those Pokemon likes? I think I saw the name go, flown around, when, Pal World came out, and people were talking about better Pokemon likes than Pal World. Ones that likely weren't made with the, help of AI. There's a jump coming up that's essentially the scrub killer. Here it is. If you don't know how to get extra air from a jump, it's going to kill you. So someone on Blue Twitch played and it looked really good, game-wise. Hey, some naughty games are actually genuinely good games. You're just not supposed to talk about them on Purple Twitch. It's a monster training game with Metroidvania-style platforming navigation. Ooh. I have not seen any gameplay of that. I just knew it was a Pokemon-like, or at least a monster tamer, critter collector, monster tamer, whatever you want to call it. I'll have to give that a closer look. I will say, if you are looking for a good monster tamer, I cannot recommend Cassette Beasts enough. Oh, that is so bullshit. Cassette Beasts is really good. It's not a Metroidvania, but it's an extremely good monster tamer. Almost better than Pokemon in some ways. I need to play more of it. I would have considered streaming it, but it has weird controller issues on the Steam Deck. You have to set your controller to player 2 for it to actually recognize it. If you're playing from a dock. You get near an enemy, the game just switches to Monster Team JRPG turn-based battle mode. That's cool. Oh, you heard an explosion? I crashed. I was like a pixel off from the jump in Whiteland 2. The Scrub Killer. Because I got pinballed before I made the jump. Most of the time you're jumping around and doing stuff like using a bird-type creature as a hang glider to cross gaps. It sounds really cool. Yeah, I remember... Now that I think about it, I think I remember hearing the game got good reviews. But I never looked into it further. I just remember that it was one of the games that was tossed around during the PAL World fiasco. That's how I found out about cassette beasts. So the funny thing about F-Zero 99 is that it actually gave me a greater appreciation for the 2D F-Zeros. I was never a big fan of them prior to F-Zero 99, but F-Zero 99 made me love them. Or at least love the original. This game was mostly a tech demo. Mostly a tech demo for the Mode 7 scaling that was used in the SNES a lot. So it's like every part of a Metroidvania except all the combat, which is why I asked what you thought, because some might say it doesn't deserve the genre category. I mean, you can blend genres. A game can be multiple genres. There's nothing stopping that. If it has Metroidvania exploration, but Monster Tamer battles, that doesn't stop it from being either, in my opinion. Other gaming news is that just here there have been a ton of Anomaly Ball games. Anomaly. Yeah, I've been noticing that too. Chillazard even came out with one. I think Exit 8 really kicked that off. I've actually been noticing the trend of really, like, low-effort horror games with stupid concepts, or really, really basic concepts. Premises, that's the word I'm looking for. That, get really viral for some, or really, popular for some reason. Anomaly. Alright, so Bal has the right spelling, I'm stupid. So, people call it the blue twitch. I have found out that people call it the blue twitch on Twitter because Twitter doesn't like it when you use the name. But I follow a pretty big streamer who openly talks about the blue twitch with its actual name, and they have not gotten in trouble for it. In fact, they outright told me that they have never heard of anyone getting in trouble for it. It's Fansly. That's the blue twitch. I have learned that people call it that on Twitter because the algorithm doesn't like that word and will start negatively affecting you if you use it. Generally speaking, You're not supposed to talk about the sites like that on Twitch, but I am making an exception just to say the name. Yeah, we don't really need to get into a, listen, man, what the fuck? We don't really need to get into a discussion about the site, but, it's just another one of those sites. Big fan of sites not letting you talk about other sites. So cool, I love the modern era. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, the funny thing about that is you have to be the kind of person who's willing to say it accidentally. So, like, whenever people talk about heated gaming moments, when you're angry at a game, anything you say as a result of that is something you're already willing to say. So if you, quote-unquote, waves hands accidentally say the N-word, that probably means you're racist. Why can't I? Oh. Why you should never say ninja. Why are we talking about this? Oh, you mean the streamer? Oh, okay. You mean the streamer? Alright, alright. I was like, that's not what I've heard before. See, I was thinking of PewDiePie. I forgot Ninja did that. Yeah. Try not to disparage other content creators there. We all have our thoughts and feelings about Ninja and PewDiePie. Let's just try to keep them to ourselves. Ow. Not seeing enough movement. Oh my god, I forgot about that. So I posted the Tumble meme conversation about archaeologists in the future thinking people in our era all lived in fear of a mysterious demonic being known only as the algorithm. Ow. I just love that there are some memes that are available that you can see right now that are going to be impossible to decipher in 300 years. Skibbity toilet. You're getting fucking slaughtered in Halo 2 right now? It's okay, I believe in you. You'll get it eventually. That is not a joke, that's serious. Listen, I beat Cave Story's true ending. You can be Halo 2 Legendary. I believe in you. Remember the regret boss fight? No? Is that the one? No, actually I don't. Wait, regret, that's one of the prophets. That's the... Is that the one where you beat the shit out of him as Master Chief or something if you can get up onto his platform? Yeah, I remember that now. Okay. God, the Halo series is such a blur. I need to play them again. Or watch someone play them so I actually can remember the damn games. I will likely stream them again at some point. It's just going to be a while. It takes over a dozen hits and there's an infinite amount of Honor Elite guards who spawn in. Oh, wonderful. Fucking hell. I hate this track. Deathwind 2 and Port Town 2 are always the death of me in this game. And in F-Zero 99. It's over a dozen because I don't know how many hits because I keep dying. Oof. Guys, what's the hardest game you've ever played? As hard as Cave Story can be, the thing about Cave Story is only certain parts of it are hard. It's the Bloodstained Sanctuary, the core fight, and then the boss rush at the end of the normal route. Those are the only real hard parts about the game. Anything else is a skill issue. But I have played harder. I have played the NES Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black on Xbox. And I was unable to get very far in either of them. I got far-ish in Ninja Gaiden NES because of save states, which weren't really all that helpful. But Ninja Gaiden Black, I couldn't even get past the second level. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, I'm absolutely dying. We are dying here, folks. Oh, good God, I am death. See, it's called Deathwind because the wind kills you. For me, it's this in Firefield, considering you beat it twice, Wing Commander on SNES. There's a Wing Commander on SNES? Holy shit, I didn't know that. I know about Wing Commander 3 on the 3DO, but I thought that was the only Wing Commander game. I have Wing Commander 3 on GOG, but I've never played it. Do I have it on GOG? I think I do. That's the one that stars Mark Hamill in the FMVs, which is pretty sick. I mean, it's either Kingsfield or Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Oh god, Kingsfield. I want to play Kingsfield, but I think I might be better off if I just play, Balloon Acid or Dread Delusion. Number 1 and Secret Missions are on SNES. Ooh. Wonder how they compare to the PC versions. There are games that use absurd difficulty as humor, like I Want to Be the Guy. Aversion. Oh my god, Aversion is a name I have not heard in a long time. I actually own that. Aversion, that's the cutesy 2D platformer that is absolutely not a cutesy 2D platformer, yeah? God, I haven't thought about that game in years. I should play that again. I should stream that. Oh. Have to see if I can get that working on Linux. Honestly, late game Eternal Daughter has some of the hardest bosses you feel like you have fought. Hydora is just incredibly difficult. It's so hard to give you motivational quotes to keep playing after every death. There's a new one that's coming that's based on rings. A new what? A new Kingsfield like? Like Lunacid and Dread Delusion? Ooh. I need to get Dread Delusion, by the way. I love Morrowind. Aversion is the Eldritch Horror Mario parody. Yeah. I think I got that because of my girlfriend's suggestion. Saroshi. It sounds like something she would like, at least. We are fucking under attack. Captain Falcon, get out of my fucking way. Fuck. That's true. Ow. You know, all this talk about really obscure indie games makes me really want to play Reactor 09. That was one of the first free-to-play games I found, and it was a really, really nice looking point and click that reminded me of the games I grew up playing, so I had a really good time playing it, but I never finished it. And I found out the guy who made it, his name is Origami something. I forget his full username. I actually found out that he came out as gay after the game came out. Which is pretty cool. Well, we stand that. He also made the free-to-play game series A Game with a Kitty, which I think is pretty cool. I remember that. I remember seeing that name pop up a fair bit on freeware sites. So it's most of Daniel Ramar's body of work, but he gives his games multiple difficulty levels that tend to start at hard and go up to beyond immortal. Oof. Yeah, I don't really keep tabs on the indie scene, the PC indie scene like that anymore, so like a lot of these names don't really mean anything to me. Which isn't a bad thing, it just means I don't know about it. But now that I'm back into PC gaming, I am always looking for new games, especially if they're cheap and free. It's money has been an issue right now. It's not that I don't play indie games, I play an awful lot. It's just that I don't know about the really obscure stuff from the individual creators outside of people like Terry Kavanaugh. I love Terry Kavanaugh. He's got some of my favorite indie games. All Daniel Ramar stuff is almost all of Daniel Ramar stuff is free. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of masochistic games though. Like the really absurdly hard platformers that are hard to be haha funny. Like, I appreciate the hee-hoo, but an absurdly frustratingly hard game is still an absurdly frustratingly hard game, even if it's for the hee-hoo. And I don't like that. Hero Score, Princess Remedy. Wait, Princess Remedy, I recognize that game. Wait a minute. Isn't Princess Remedy a playable character in Slap City? The Ludosity game? I definitely have heard the name Princess Remedy before. I have Slap City. It's actually pretty good. It's kind of weird because it's a not Smash Clone, a platform fighter. Like Smash Bros, but it features characters from the indie label Ludosity, including a couple really old freeware games. But the main draw for it is it has the main cast of It'll Do, which is I think it's a Zelda-like that came out in the Wii U era and early on in the Switch's life. Ramar stuff isn't the so hard it's funny type, it's the masochistic because the developers using video game suffering as a means to work through their guilt over their love of fictional violence. Okay. Shame or lack thereof over the love of violence is the central theme of every Ramar game. Kind of reminds me of Edmund McMillen. Just from what you're describing. Because, like, his games are gross and disgusting to make a point. I haven't played enough of them to really know what the point is, but I do know what the point is for Binding of Isaac. It is a criticism of religious abuse. Because Edmund suffered from religious abuse when he was young. God, I haven't played Binding of Isaac in forever. I haven't really played since Repentance came out. I should fix that. Fuck Nicholas, though. We talked about why Nicholas sucks during the Cave Story streams. So I'm just going to outright say, don't support Nicholas if you can avoid it. Support Binding of Isaac, though, if you want to, because Nicholas doesn't own that. And they did not fuck over Edmund McMillen like they did Daisuke and Maya. But like, if you can help it, just don't buy Nicholas. McMillan outright said that after Binding of Isaac is fully concluded, he's never working with them again. Because he wasn't happy about what they did either. Because they were actively fucking over other developers. Princess Remedy might have showed up in other games, but she has 2 free games on Steam, very lo-fi bullet hells with the cutesy humor vibes and vibes Undertale. Ooh. I do like- oh god. Pinball. I do like me some shoot-em-ups. Here, let me, make sure I have that written down so I can grab them after stream. See if I can get them working on my Steam Deck. If not, I do have my laptop. Well, okay, if they don't work on Linux, then it doesn't matter, really. Just... Owies. I can't remember it since saw somebody else streamed it and looked cool, but forgot to look it up right then. If you ever happen to find it again, be sure to let me know. Mario does move his characters around between games. That is something he might do. The second Hero game exists entirely within Iggy. Wait. Hold on. Hero is in the black and white, Wait a minute. Yeah, that is Ludosity. Because characters from Hyper Princess Peach and Hero appear in Slap City. And I think a guy from Iggy. I'm gonna die. I know these people. I played some of these games. Well, I played Hero. Yeah, the main villain of the original Hero is playable in Slap City, and I don't know if it's Hyper Princess Peach or Princess Remedy, but whichever one has Queen Explosion. Or the Queen of Explosions in it, she's also playable. In fact, I think Princess Remedy is too. Captain Falcon, you absolute piece of shit. Okay. Sala got a release date, which someone's calling it Dark Souls with cats. Wouldn't that be Cat Quest? No, that wouldn't be Cat Quest. What am I saying? Cat Quest! That's another game I need to play. I have the first one. I have a laundry list of games to get through on stream. So I have a lot of stuff that we'll probably see at some point, whenever that happens. Speaking of Souls-likes, I really want to play another Crab's Treasure, but I can't afford it right now. I really, really, really want to get another Crab's Treasure and Little Kitty Big City. And, what's the other one? There was another one. Crow Country, that was it. I really want to get those, but I can't afford them at the moment. I need to wait. I'm trying to save up for a webcam. So that way when I have my... So that way when I'm able to actually, use my model whenever I get it, I'll actually have the camera facing the right way. Because since I'm normally looking at my, left monitor, I want the camera up there, not on my, laptop. Though it might also just be the program I was using, so I might actually want to get a I might actually want to install VC Face, because the program I was using was kind of dog shit. Demo was a bit rough, but I'm sure they've improved it since last. I died twice to Silence 2 and BS FCO Deluxe when I was recording for my YouTube playthrough. Oof. I forgot they did a second Silence. Hyper Princess Peach is about Princess Peach traveling to the North Pole with a brick gun to destroy Robo Santa's toy factory, and his army of Robo Elves is revenge for him always giving her coal for Christmas because she is so incredibly naughty. That is certainly a sentence. My voice gave out as I said that. But yeah, Karma, you should probably give Slap City a check if you even like remotely like games like Smash Bros. There's probably a lot of characters from that you'll recognize. It's on Steam and Switch, I don't know what else, but most of the characters on Slap City are from games that aren't even on Switch. And we died. Which I think is funny, because the game is on Switch. The guys who made Slap City would later make Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 1 and 2. So they are, like, competent devs. My favorite thing about Slap City is it has a really bad vocal song as the main menu theme. But I don't fault them for it because it reminds me of the character select for Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in a way. With just how cheesy it is. And I like that. Speaking of, when's Marvel? Are we ever getting another Marvel vs. Capcom? I doubt it. I somehow really doubt it. Because Disney sucks. I wish they would bring back Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2 and X-Men vs. Street Fighter and Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. So we could actually have those on something modern. The X-Men and Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter games, which were technically the start of Marvel vs. Capcom, are kind of on console. I think they're on the Saturn, or at least one of them is. But Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2, 1 was on PS1 and Dreamcast, 2 was on Dreamcast and PS2, I think. And I don't know if it was one or both of them came to Xbox 360 and PS3, but they got delisted a long time ago. I think around the time when Disney bought the rights to Marvel. Princess Remedy is about a magical space nurse who comes down to Earth to save all of everyone's problems by shooting them with medicine. Scuffed knee, you get in the pill pistols. Feel depressed, band-aid cannon. Your toast got burned, rotary syringe launcher. Sadly, yeah, I kind of see DC versus Capcom more likely anymore. That is just as unlikely for an entirely different reason. If you believe the rumors, Warner Brothers is actually trying to get rid of the fucking gaming division. Also, I don't know how, but Princess Remedy sounds slightly more normal than Hyper Princess Peach. It's actually an interesting concept, though, that you shoot people to make them feel better. It's very American. It might have been the most out-of-pocket thing I've ever said. I've heard of Galgun. It's all about making violence feel okay. Interesting. Now, I completely forgot about Hero. You're making me want to install Hero again. But yeah, definitely check out Slap City, because it's got a bunch of those characters in it. And it's a genuinely good platform fighter. It's got a lot of stages, like an absolutely absurd amount of stages. This Hero or Hero Core? The game that I played, I'm pretty confident was only called Hero. I don't remember there being a core in the name. Because I played it way back in 2011, I think. I was still in high school at the time. I never finished it. I didn't finish a lot of games back then. But I was in high school. I was really into PC gaming because I just got a... I was given a pretty decent laptop that was actually capable of running games. And I found a website called Free PC Gamer. Oh dear God, we're dying. I found a website... Shit. Called Free PC Gamers, which cataloged free games available for PC. I found a lot of really cool games that way. That's how I found the Ben Jordan series. That's how I found Reactor 09. That's how I found Hero. That's how I found... That's not how I found Cave Story, but Cave Story was on the site. That's how I found an FPS called Cube, which I actually played a decent amount of at one point. And that's how I found 2 different Unreal Tournament clones, Exonautic and whatever the other one was. Eventually, I stopped going to the website because they kept posting about MMOs. And I didn't want to play MMOs, because most of the MMOs they talked about weren't truly free, they were free to start. Which, in my opinion, kind of goes against the nature of a freeware game, if you have to pay for it at any point. Or if it's better if you pay. Never played Cube, but you did play Assault Cube. Oh wait, Assault Cube, that was it, that was it. That was the one I was talking about. I forgot it had a different name. Assault Cube was pretty good. It was like a version of Counter-Strike that I could actually get behind. That actually has a native Linux port. I think I actually have it installed on my laptop. Because I haven't actually played it yet. Yeah, oh god, you killed regret. Oh boy. Congrats. Now you have the rest of the game. I told you I believe in you. That wasn't a joke, that was serious. Oh god, stop. Fuck. You live in me too. Well, thank you. You're welcome. I would like to actually live to see Firefield. Hey Zach, did you know that F-Zero 99 actually has a couple new tracks, technically? There are 2 secret tracks that are mashups of 2 tracks already in the game. There may be a third. One of them is a mashup of Whiteland 1 and Deathwind 1, and the other one is a mashup of Newt City 1 and Firefield. It even mashes up the songs. They are secret tracks, so you can't race them in practice mode, and the only way you can actually select them is when the regular F-Zero 99 race starts glitching out on the title screen. When that happens, that means the secret track is available in rotation. I believe it happens basically once every 60 minutes. Roughly 60 minutes. You died 93 times in that level. Took you an hour and 34 minutes, goddamn. See, you have it more rough than me because you have the entire rest of the game left. When I was playing Cave Story, I only had the final sequence. I'm gonna be honest, as hard as that was, if you take it slow and have the spur, it's not all that hard. But it's not going to be immediately not hard. You have to really memorize everything. Though I went into the third phase of Ballas's fight almost completely blind, and I was able to beat him second try. So, that counts for something. Got Spurs, the jingle, jangle, jangle. Jingle, jangle. I'll have to listen to that song. So, fun fact, the radio stations in Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4 actually can get you copyright strikes on Twitch. Which is really stupid, because I'm pretty confident most of those musicians aren't even alive anymore. Well, that was unfortunate. I'm gonna post it on the server. Do it. Do it. I'm not normally one for oldies. I think that's what those are called. But Fallout made me interested in them for a while. Some of them aren't bad songs. They're actually like good songs. It's just that, you know. In the context of Fallout, they're pretty cool. Like, I mean, like, if you catch me at home and I'm singing to myself, I'm gonna be singing like fucking, I don't know, Billy Talent or Weird Al Yankovic. Maybe a little Beastie Boys. And I would never ever sing anything from like 50s or older. You catch me playing Fallout, I'm gonna be singing along to every song. I'll be hacking and whacking and thwacking along with the song. Since one musician got his music removed since he didn't like the violence. Let's see. That's what I have to say. It's perfectly fair, I guess. I mean, if you don't approve of the violence, then you probably wouldn't want your music associated with it. Got the name. Hack, whack, chopping that meat, or however it goes. I know the song, I don't remember how it goes. It's been years since I played Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is the only Fallout I put any real amount of time into, and I enjoyed what I played of it, up until Nuka World. The only reason why I haven't played it because of the Fallout show is, one, I haven't watched it yet. I still need to do that. We've been having things happen that has prevented us from watching the show. Kind of. And, I'm technically not done with my Skyrim playthrough, and I don't like playing multiple similar games at the same time. I also have to actually verify that I can actually continue Skyrim the way I want to, because I haven't really played it much since the update that broke everything, so I might have to roll it back. But I won't know until I try to play it, and I'm kind of busy with the Yakuza series right now. Captain Falcon, you bitch! Recently replayed 4. Bitch! Okay. Technically still alive. Give me one moment. Just one moment. There we go. Sorry, it was just checking something. I finally got a response on another server. I was trying to send an absolutely cursed thing to Kohai because he was sick. You guys don't know what you guys don't want to know what it is, but I just wanted to send it to him. Yeah, I didn't mean to lose like 75% of my health, but I guess that's how we're rolling right now. Yeah, Nuka World is a bit rough if you're not the evil type. It's like absolutely pointless if you're not an evil player. Fuck. That's another game over. You know what? This is close enough to the end of stream. Normally, I'm just gonna end here. We came, we saw, we conquered, we did everything we set out to do. The best part of Nuka World was the handmade assault rifle. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for tuning in, Karma. By the way, Karma, if you really like obscure indie games from like solo devs, look up Terry Kavanagh. I'll put his name in chat so you have it written down, because he's my favorite of those types of people. He made a few games you may be familiar with. He made V6 Times and Dicey Dungeons and Super Hexagon. But he also made a bunch of other shorter free games, like Don't Look Back, which are all very, very good, and all of them are very experimental. Unfortunately, a lot of them rely on Flash, so you may need to find a Flash emulator to actually play them. You play V6 Times? If you were going to play any of them, it was going to be V6 Times or Super Hexagon, I would have figured. V6 Times is very good. I love that game. It's one of my favorites. One of the first digital 3DS games I ever bought. I've beaten that game so many times. I just love it. It's so good. But I've been a fan of Terry Kavanagh's work for years. I really, truly need to sit down and play Dicey Dungeons, because I haven't done that yet. But yeah, he's got a lot of good games. Don't Look Back is the only one that I've actually personally beaten. It's very hard. Unfortunately, because you need a Flash emulator to play it on PC, it's kind of hard to play quote-unquote officially. There is a mobile version that is not very good because of how they handle the buttons. But that one is very good. That one's based on the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice from Greek mythology, which you may know those names if you played Hades. I really played most of them when they came out. I used to play Flash games obsessively. See, I didn't. I stopped playing Flash games after a while. Because I always thought, ugh, I want to play a real video game. But I've since grown out of that and kind of want to check out some Flash games. Bit late, because I need a Flash emulator now and I don't actually know of one for Linux. As a platform where you have to avoid hitting the arrow key that points back or you instantly lose. Once you find your wife in the underworld, if you look behind you at all, she disappears and the room resets. So yes, that one's very good, and it's the only one of his games besides V6 Times that I've actually finished. But that is the one, because it's based on the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice, and Orpheus was able to pull Eurydice out of the underworld. The catch was he could not look at her when he did so. He could not look back. And I don't remember the story too well, so I don't actually know what happened in it. But I believe he did eventually look back and she got sent back to the underworld. Yeah, the gods are jerks. Most Greek gods are assholes. They kind of play with that a little bit in Hades, so it's not entirely accurate. It's like, Hades and Persephone, they fucking hated each other. Or rather, Persephone hated Hades. That's not the case in the game. But it's an interesting take on it. Even if it's not entirely accurate. They did at least get Achilles and Patroclus accurate, because they were lovers. I'm gonna be honest with you. Straight men normally do not request that they be buried with another man after sending them love letters about how much they want to fuck each other. Straight men do not do that. Just saying. Like, it's one of the only depictions of Achilles and Patroclus that I've ever seen where they actually get that right. That they were, if they were anything, they were lovers. Not friends, not roommates, lovers. Also, back then, there really wasn't any big deal between straight and gay. No, there wasn't. Being gay in ancient Greece and Rome was actually fairly common. Homophobia is mostly a Christian and Muslim thing. Those are the religions that really say you can't do that. And they're the two most predominant religions in the world. There is a push in both religions and in several other religions to say, hey, you know, maybe we can look past this one part of the religion. But, that is technically where that originates from. Actually, I don't know if homophobia is part of Islam. I don't know much about the religion. I know it's a thing in, Christianity, because I've studied Christianity, studied the Bible. I went to Catholic school. You can tell I went to Catholic school because I'm a Satanist. You know what? I really should educate myself and actually read more about the Quran in Islam. I think that would be good. And Judaism, because I don't know much about that either. Alright, I've rambled long enough. Thank you all for coming in. So, I already knew who we were going to raid from the start because he went live a little earlier than I expected, because he's sick. So we are going to raid Kohai if he is still alive. I'm assuming he is. He is. So we're going to raid my friend Kohai. He is good bean, good friend. He is sick, so wish him well. And I will see you all on Saturday. One second here. Alright. I will see you all on Saturday. We'll be streaming Deep Rock Galactic with the boys. And then I'll be back again on Sunday with my first regular game out of Maytroidmaynia, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Next week, we are starting a brand new slate of games. On Monday, we'll be doing Max Payne 1, Tuesday, American McGee's Alice, and Wednesday, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Remake. I have so many games planned that I want to stream, and I am so excited to show you all. Some of them I'll be playing for the first time, some of them I've played before. But we are kicking it off with Max Payne on Monday. Well, technically Majora's Mask on Sunday. A game that I hold very close to my heart, that I have not ever actually finished in all the years. I have made multiple attempts to finish it, and I have never finished it. I don't know. I know the game really well, though. So I hope you all look forward to that. If you want to hang out after stream, I have a Discord. If you want to keep up with my bullshit and other updates, I have a Twitter and a Blue Sky. And if you ever miss a stream, I have a VOD channel on YouTube. I will see you all tomorrow. We're going to have a special message for Kohai. Since he is sick, I want to do something nice for my raid message. So just copy that raid message. You can use whatever emotes you want. As long as you copy the raid message, that's all I care about. I will see you all on Saturday. You all have a good evening and good night. I am still in disbelief that I actually got the true ending of Cave Story. I seriously wasn't expecting that I could do it. God damn. See you then. Bye.